Welcome to week 6 of Bible Studies for Life. It's 2023. It's a new year. Excited about this year. And we're continuing in this discussion about fear and different things. Today we'll be in Zephaniah, one of the minor prophets in the Old Testament. So looking forward to this. Before we dive into that passage, be sure and subscribe if you haven't already. Like, comment. If you've got questions, we'll answer them. Give us your comments. Tell us how God's using this for you. We appreciate that. And then share the video with other people. We continue to grow the channel. We're headed to 1,000, just past 900. Now we're headed to 1,000 subscribers. All right, let's dive into this passage. It's Zephaniah chapter 3, verses 9 through 20. It says, "For I will then restore pure speech to the peoples, so that all of them may call on the name of the Lord and serve him with a single purpose. From beyond the rivers of Cush, my supplicants, my dispersed people, will bring an offering to me." He says, I will restore pure speech so that they may call on the name of the Lord and serve him with a single purpose. Here's this, there are leaders in the nation that are rebelling, that are arrogant. We'll see that in just a second. And the people are oppressed. And it's a challenge. And so here's this promise from the Lord, I'm going to restore you. But it's interesting, isn't it, that he says pure speech so that you may call on the name of the Lord. There is a moral and an ethical element here to the speech that if you're not morally, you're not right with the Lord, you're not doing the right things, then your speech is affected. Your ability to have a conversation, to enter into relationship, which conversation and relationship are together, right? If you can't talk with someone, then you have no relationship with them. That makes sense? You have to be able to talk with them to maintain relationship with them. And so clearly here he's saying, we're going to fix things so that your conversation with me can be right, so that you can then serve me the way that you're supposed to. You call on me and then you can serve me with this purpose. So the Lord's given a promise of restoration. But before restoration can happen, judgment has to occur. On that day, you will not be put to shame because of everything you have done in rebelling against me. For then, okay, look, he just says, you've rebelled. You've got your issues, but there's forgiveness, there's grace, there's mercy that's coming. For then I will remove from among you your jubilant, arrogant people. Do you notice these two words together? You're jubilant and you're arrogant. They were very prideful. They thought they were the ones who accomplished everything that had been accomplished. They thought they were the kind of center of the universe and that we're the best. And so they were happy. So you see, you can be very happy and in the middle of sin. Happiness is not a measure of your walk with God. Happiness is not a thermometer for you. So my happiness level is high. I must be walking with God right. Those two things don't necessarily go together, because here they are jubilant, but they're arrogant. He says, and you will never again be haughty on my holy mountain. You see this? He's going to take these people out, and they will not. You see this? They were being religious. They were on the holy mountain, but they were prideful. They were haughty before the Lord. Right? I will leave a meek and humble people among you, and they will take refuge in the name of the Lord. So there's a direct contrast here, right, between the arrogant and the humble, the haughty and the meek. And he's saying, I'm getting rid of the haughty people. I'm going to leave the meek and the humble. That's who we're going to deal with, right? And they will take refuge in the name of the Lord because they have to. They understand the Lord is the one who does this for us, right? The remnant of Israel will no longer do wrong or tell lies. A deceitful tongue will not be found in their mouths. We'll go back here to the pure speech, right? No more deceitful tongue. They will pasture and lie down with nothing to make them afraid. Okay, joy comes not out of circumstance. Joy comes not out of having everything that you want. Joy comes out of being in right relationship to the Lord, because at that point, even if I don't feel comfortable physically, I don't feel comfortable with the circumstances that surround my life, but I know I'm where the Lord wants me to be and I'm walking with him, then I can rest in that place, right? I can take my refuge in him, right? I live a life that allows me to be joyful without having to have all of the other stuff that we often think is required for joy. Right? The two are not related, actually. He says, sing for joy, daughter Zion. Shout loudly, Israel. Be glad and celebrate with all your heart, daughter Jerusalem. The Lord has removed your punishment. He has turned back your enemy. The King of Israel, the Lord is among you. You need to no longer fear harm. On that day it will be said to Jerusalem, do not fear, Zion. Do not let your hands grow weak. The Lord has come. The Lord is doing what he does. He is restoring you. He has forgiven you. He has put you back where you're supposed to be, and he's removed your punishment, so you no longer need to fear, and you no longer need to be concerned about another nation coming against you. The Lord's going to uphold you. Walk with him. The Lord your God is among you. The Lord's among you, a warrior who saves. The Lord, see, he's the one who saves you. He will rejoice over you with gladness. He will be quiet in his love. He will delight in you with singing. I will gather those who have been driven from the appointed festivals. They will be a tribute from you and a reproach on her. The Lord says, I'm going to take care of these people, and they're going to be like your gift, your tribute. Okay? We're getting rid of them. But look what I want you to see God's relationship to the people and the things that the Lord says. He will rejoice over you with gladness. He will be quiet in his love. He will delight in you with singing. You'd think this would be what the people would be doing, but this is what the Lord is doing. This is the Lord's love. The Lord loves his people. He loves you. He loves you greatly. And so he rejoices at your salvation. He loves you, and it doesn't have to be loud about it, but he'll sing, right? He delights in you with singing. He will take care of your enemies. I mean, the Lord is so good. Yes, at that time I will deal with all who oppress you. I will save the lame and gather the outcast. I will make those who are disgraced throughout the earth receive praise and fame. At that time I will bring you back. Yes, at the time I will gather you. I will give you fame and praise among all the peoples of the earth when I restore your fortunes before your eyes. The Lord has spoken. The Lord has spoken. The Lord has said, this is what's going to happen. This is how I'm going to do it. This is all that I'm going to take care of. Relax. Rejoice. No longer be afraid, because you're right where the Lord wants you to be, and God's going to take care of this. And you see, we go back and we think about these, right? The arrogant, they thought they didn't need the Lord. They could do the rituals, but they didn't really need him. They did the rituals probably to make everybody else happy, and probably in their own minds they thought, this is stupid. We don't need to do this, and we know we don't. But it makes the hoi polloi, the normal people, the regular folk, it makes them happy to see us do it, so we'll do it. This arrogance, right? And the Lord says, man, I'm going to take care of all of this, right? I'm going to gather you. I'm going to bring you back, and so you can be in joy, real joy. I think there's another word that goes there. It's contentment. Right? You can be content. You can be at peace. God is going to take care of this. Now, boy, this is a level of faith for us that's so hard, because we like to fix everything, and we really are physical people, and so we respond to physical circumstances, and we like those things, right? And it's a hard thing to say, look, I don't need that. What I need is the Lord. And if I have that, I have it. If I don't, I don't. What I need is the Lord. This is where my joy is. This is where my contentment, my peace is, in this place. That's what the Lord is calling his people to. Hey, thanks for watching this week. I hope that's helped. I hope that has. Thank you for teaching. Man, we're going to have a great year. 2023 is going to be a great year. I hope you're looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it, looking forward to seeing what God's going to do. All right, so be sure and subscribe. Like the video. Share it with somebody else. Leave us a comment. Ask your question, whatever. Put that on there, and we will see you next time.